And hello, we're live. Welcome back, everyone, to Dante's Butte episode 7 semi-finale of our Monster of the Week campaign. I am your storyteller and person that owns this channel, Val. What we normally do around here, well, my executive function decided to crash as soon as I started. We're gonna go around the table in a clockwise order and answer everyone introduce their characters and their answer this really awkward question where, since tomorrow is the colonizer holiday of the Americas, what would your character rather? Would they rather take a bath in cranberry sauce or go swimming in a pool of apple cider?
Yo.
Start with Elliot.
Yeah, I'm Elliot. You can find me on Twitter at El Esperanto. Slowly moving to Instagram because I'm very concerned about the existence of Twitter, but I digress. I would like to go, and I know Hate is the same way. We can go swimming in the apple cider because it's super drinkable. A, and B, no one said we couldn't spike it later, and then it's just
to kill all of the human germs from swimming in it.
Yeah, like come on. And what would make the holidays better than just being drunk enough to ignore everybody?
That's the point of Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's to fight club your family and remind yourself why you don't see them every year.
Oh, man. Nick, you're next.
Hey, I'm Nick Silvel. I'm playing Tom, who is our resident fuckboy, pararomantic, and I'm going to be controversial and take the bath in cranberry sauce, because that way you can roleplay that you are a giant turkey. Yeah. You are just a person.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Cranberry sauce a little bit too like blood for me, for real. Hi, I'm Celeste. I'm playing Anna. We're going with the apple cider because I got 2 words for you. Carbonation. Them bubbles feel real weird and I like it.
Alright. And who are you playing? Did you answer that?
I think I said Anna at some point, but it kind of got lost in the rest of what I said.
And all of that. It's great. Kat, go ahead.
I'm Kat, and I play Fiero, Monsters Playbook, and I've just learned way much more about these players and their characters that I really wanted to know, and that's saying a lot for this game. Wow. Fiero is going with the apple cider as long as it's a hard cider. Mm-hmm. Because texture when it comes to cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
It's a texture thing.
Interesting.
But yeah, hard cider.
I think I'm on the hard cider land as well for both carbonation, and if it's hard enough, the human stuff will destroy it. Regardless, we're sticky. It's
isn't that always the goal?
Yeah, we're sticky regardless. So you you just need to be sticky and drunk is my opinion. Like you can tolerate it a little bit better. So I would like to remind everyone that this is a viewer affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. I should probably get that running. I hate this. Okay, so I hate this, Nick, so much. What?
What?
I just heard something.
What did I do?
I know what's going on. Like this, yes. So this is what's up. My speakers, everything but my Zoom is going through my my headphones, and it was coming through my monitor, and I was like this, yes. What I hate is that like all of my shortcuts for my sheets are no longer in Chrome because Nick messed it up. I've been trying to find my shortcuts for days, and I can't. So I have to.
I'm
redo
just
all
saying,
of my
in
shortcuts.
in tech support, sometimes there's collateral damage. All right.
We just
That's
replaced
what-
most of the
honestly-
thing. Anyway,
This was not a surgical strike. This was a drone strike on our computer issues. Like,
fair.
there's gonna be damage.
Fair. So blah blah blah. So you can affect the game with your bit subs and donations, just like this. Every 100 biddies you give to the channel, gives us a reroll. No one has rerolls right now, so give some biddies. If you subscribe to the channel, you can gift anybody with a +1 to their roll. So Celeste, who would you like to +1 this to? Since you,
I feel like Nick is gonna need it today.
Nick has 3. I would like to point it out. Whereas,
Okay. Fine.
Hayden
Let
only
them
has
perish.
Yeah, let's go with Hayden, given
All
he
right.
might be able to die
Who
again.
just turned into an emu for some fucking reason earlier today. But we'll get to that first. And if you donate money through Coffee or Streamlabs, you can make something happen. That is, of course, within our lines and veils. Which I would like to remind everyone, this is very much a viewer discretion game. It's 18 plus, and content warnings for this session and just probably the next couple sessions, body horror, and for this particular session there could be some phase sexual coercion bullshit. So I want everyone to just take care of yourselves. We're taking care of each other. I have given the heads up to the crew. But if anything here is just a little bit too much for you, please step away and take care of yourselves, because safety for myself and for my audience and for my players is very important to me. With that, let's get a recap from our players. What the fuck happened, y'all? I need to know. What do y'all remember? What happened?
There was lots of vor. Very questionable vor occurred on some people, through a looking glass, if I might add.
Yeah.
And Tinkerbell has been downgraded to a sewer lady. Personally. So we'll see what happens with that.
Wait, is
Hayden-
Tinkerbell now a chud?
No,
Only
I
if they're
think they're
cannibalistic.
sewer fairies.
I don't
We
know. I
don't
think
know.
so. Y'all don't know what's going on.
Hayden was traumatized by reliving his first death.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Tom nearly got seduced and pulled into hell, which
It
I'm sure
happens.
for Tom sounded like a good time.
It's not the first time.
Probably not.
Y'all are in Neverland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's tendrils everywhere and ichor and covering things, and
It's gross.
it's gross.
It's very
Here
cosmic
I
and
was.
gross. Yeah.
Trying to gloss over the bad parts.
We saw Rob McLean in a window. Well, what's left of Rob? He got tentacled, sucked into a hot, deflated, and then reinflated. Which I think the reinflation part was the worst of that.
It's pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah.
And then we
glad
got-
that it was so bad for y'all.
There were flapping wings and howls, and we were surrounded. And then Tinkerbell said, "Follow me." She wants to take Tom to go meet her dad. So the last time somebody wanted to take Tom to meet their dad, it didn't happen. It generally ends poorly for Tom.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, y'all made it to Neverland after a funeral. Y'all are here to fuck over Peter Pan and hopefully save some people that might have been abducted, though, you know, it is looking a bit grim because y'all did see what happened to Robin McLean, and that is the fate of what seems to be a lot of adults. For Fierro, this is, now that you've seen what happened and saw the end result to your uncle, like, this is more than likely a process that your uncle might have also gone through, and who knows how that process would have gone for him, because he is part infernal. So, you know, with a couple of other monstrous people that were kidnapped, y'all should probably there goes Tom. Okay. Y'all should probably be Just sort of on the lookout for that. But when y'all came to, oddly enough, you came through the sewers when you arrived here, and you just kept sliding into the ocean. So you started off in the sewers, and now you're back. As y'all descend into this manhole, into this city manhole, into the sewers, y'all fall down, and it does not smell as terrible as y'all think it is. It is still pretty damp down here, but maybe this is a different system. And as y'all descend, you'll see Tinkerbell, who is normal size. She might be kind of short, but she is human size as far as Faye goes. And she sort of like does this like magical binding along the manhole, and y'all can hear just the clashing of howls against it as things and these creatures try to scratch and open it, but can't. And so she turns to the four of you, and like I was saying before, one of the fairest creatures that you have ever seen. She has this yellowish, luminescent tint to her skin, blonde hair, big green eyes, and she does have, you can see that she does have wings under this cloak as well. They are also translucent and almost dragonfly-like. And, she sort of like takes her hood off, and it's like, phew, that was close. Didn't quite expect any adventurers. She looks at the four of you, and it's just like, so, what are you all doing here? I don't recognize. We don't just get people coming, and y'all are. And she kind of looks over at Pharaoh. Mostly people. And then looks over at Hayden. Mostly people. like voluntarily arrive. I don't think y'all were.
So what do you know about that?
About what exactly?
About the people not voluntarily arriving.
Like
children.
Yeah, like everything.
Who do you work for?
I don't work for anybody.
Okay, who's your best friend?
Who's my best friend? Her name is Petunia.
Why did you save us?
Because y'all were about to get eaten.
Why not let us get eaten?
That would have been gross. And mean.
Okay. Do you know where the pan is?
Probably in his treehouse, where he normally is.
Oh, can you take us there?
No.
Why?
Because he killed me.
Well, see, we kind of want to kill him. So.
Oh, you're okay. Okay. You gotta. Do you have a plan for that?
Yeah, and he pulls out the sword, the weapon that that Oliver gave him. Goes, yeah, pretty much. It's put the pointy end in the other guy.
I knew a man who tried to do that once to the pan. He lost his hand.
I'm not any guy.
And I'm just an emu. So between
you are an emu. That's why she went mostly human. But I mean, she is a fey creature. She can definitely tell a magical emu. She's
Anna looks over at Hayden again. Are you going to explain this at any point, or?
Explain this?
No.
All right.
Okay.
You say so.
Let's just let's all take a breather here. And well, hi, my name's Tiona. And my father is the ruler of Neverland. Would y'all like to meet him?
So your father's Pan?
No.
I thought Pan ruled Neverland.
Okay, let me back up. The king of Neverland.
The actual king.
The actual king of
Neverland. The pan is a usurper.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm following.
Mm-hmm.
Why has your father taken his power back?
Mostly because there's just all of these monsters, and some of them are former people, some of them are former other monsters, and sometimes you just can't.
Yeah, well, one of them's my uncle. And what about allies? Don't you have any allies among the Fae?
Well, Oberyn's cut us off, so there's that.
Okay, fair. There is that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got-
Oberyn
yeah.
sort of cut us off. You see, there's a long story there. Let's walk and talk. Let's just walk and talk while we're all here. So you know my name. What's your name?
I'm Fiero.
Hi, Fiero.
I'm Steve.
You're an emu. Named Steve.
Yep.
Roll to manipulate somebody.
Oh God, here we go.
Look, you don't
Yes.
get fake name. That's like get murdered one-on-one.
Uh-huh.
Fiero's
Don't
not his
make
real name.
rules. Yeah, it's Steve from accounting. Okay, what's my terrible stats? I believe. So manipulation is sharp, right?
Yes.
Sweet. 3 + 4 + 1. 8.
8. All right, that's a partial success.
Half to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just sort of looks at you and she like lifts her brow and she goes, "Well, I can tell you're not an emu, Steve, but you can call yourself whatever you want." Why you're an emu, Steve? I don't know. It's okay. As you can see, I have put up the ancient pharotastical runes on here, and the Eldritch horrors cannot get to us.
Yet.
They can't get to us.
So
I got a question,
Uh-huh.
because I've seen the movie like 8 times,
What's a movie?
and I'm fairly certain there was no like Cthulhu involved in there, like, at all. A lot of singing and dancing, no tentacles.
That's Pan's
So,
fault. Yeah, that's Peter's
question-
fault. Mm-hmm.
Questionably racist undertones, for sure.
Do they have racism in Neverland?
Pan's here, I'm guaranteeing you he brought it with him.
Sheesh.
Like, yep.
Tom, you can't just assume Neverlanders are racist. God.
and we're off to the races.
Well, I mean, Neverlanders can be racist. There's no, like, racism isn't, like, it's a learned thing, and, societal, and, certain fairies can be.
What about specious?
Yeah, I was
That's
going
a
to say
type
pre.
of racism.
So, like pre the pan, were there people who weren't fairies just living here?
Oh, no. Pan's not a fairy.
What is Pan?
Oh, he's a cosmic horror?
Okay, that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
That tracks.
Yeah.
So, did he always have the Eldritch with him?
Yes. We just didn't know.
Okay. What about
Maybe
the rest
we
of the Lost
can-
Boys?
They live with him.
Maybe we can back up to when the pan first. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself. You may call me Anna.
Hi, Anna. You are not an emu.
I am very much not an emu. I'm not certain why Steve is, but well, Steve can do what Steve wants, and if Steve deigns to provide us with an explanation, then I'm happy to hear it. But if not, well, I'm just going to assume
Is
that
Steve not always an emu?
It is hard. We don't know. Physically,
Thank you.
it depends.
Okay.
But let's back up to when the pan first arrived. How did that go down?
There was a seat on my father's council, and he was like, hey, need somebody to fill us in, and this guy named Peter Pan, who's kind of been living here for a while, was just like, I'll do it, and people voted, and he got on, and then he continued to usurp us all. Yeah, I unfortunately dated him for a while, but that was a long time ago. Yeah.
We all have
So I'm
really
just kind of
bad-
like, we all make mistakes.
And she, like, did you touch her when you say that?
Yeah, puts his hand on her shoulder. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
when
we
you
all
touch
make
her,
mistakes like that.
she smells oddly of like, as you like make physical contact with her, she smells like maple syrup.
So he was already here.
Just got the weirdest craving for waffles.
Just smiles. Oh, that's so nice.
He was already here. He played the part of someone relatively normal in order to gain political power, and then once he had usurped the throne, he sort of went mask off, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there was a very long, several thousand-year process. The big push happened. What year is it where y'all are from?
I'm not certain if time passes the same way here.
That's why I'm asking you. I'm trying to put it in your
2022.
context.
It's 2022.
Oh, that is. Y'all made it that far? Wow, good for you.
Right?
I would have thought
Yeah.
humans would have like gone extinct by then.
You would
so,
think.
I know, y'all. There was a lot of nuclear war for a while. So yeah, it was somewhere around like the 1890s, your time, that the first his usurperness sort of came about. We were losing literal power from our home, and Peter, he came up with a plan to siphon power through another world. And
can I just get a clarification? Do we mean electricity or magical power?
Magical power.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure.
How else is electricity supposed to be powered if not with magic?
That's a long story and a lot of knowledge that I don't. We can talk about it later.
Long story short is boiling water.
Long story short is sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
I mean, it's literally just boiling water.
You're right. Quip, I don't know why. If anybody, Quip says that all the time.
Again, the source he wanted to finagle here might be from his home location.
Some of it was from his home location, but he also suggested from the from realm plane number 20 as in 204, so 20,004 321.321. That particular, he said that's like the name that he calls your plane, and of different from this plane, which is 304. But anyway, he needed some of like. He explained to us that sometimes we lacked joy, and joy was the true magic here, and believing in that joy was the magic here, and nobody here believed it anymore, so we needed people here to believe in it. And so that's when he started kidnapping children.
Question. Were you still dating him when he was kidnapping kids, or did you guys split off when he started showing up with little
Have
children?
you ever
from
been in an
someplace?
abusive relationship? It's really just not hard to just leave.
Yeah.
After,
I think a sign is when he starts showing up with random children.
but I mean,
Yeah.
kidnapping children is just a fairy thing. It's not that weird.
So if I were to like kidnap your kids, how would you?
I don't have children.
That might be a good thing.
So
Like,
what happened to the guy
fairies
that lost?
only have like one child every 3 centuries.
To be fair, I've dated a lot of people who just randomly are like, surprise, I have a bunch of kids with me now.
Tom, we'll talk about it later.
There's just a silence.
Yeah. Everybody just does that.
Disappointment from people who just know the depths.
Yeah. And surprisingly, that emu looks very disappointed. So what happened to the guy that lost his hand?
Oh, well, Pan doesn't have any power out in the open ocean. So a lot of the remaining humans that lived here that weren't like us, because, you know, like there are non-fairies that live here, they all just sort of took to the ocean and just live out there. Pan usually has his crocodiles out hunting for him, but, you know, he has to get those
Wait.
from Earth, too.
Crocodiles? As in more than one?
Yeah, he has probably about 1,000.
Oh.
Do they all TikTok?
Yes.
All of them do?
Yes.
Damn, I thought we, like, got the big one. Ugh.
Oh, no, the big one stays here. Because he has to be strong enough to swim out into the ocean.
I want to eat the big one.
You want to eat him?
I'm a cannibal emu. It's complicated.
But if emus ate crocodiles, it's not cannibalistic.
I turn into a crocodile and eat them if it makes you feel better. Tomato, tomato.
Well,
It's
crocodiles
removed by
can-
several millennia, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, okay.
So, you need the pan out of power.
Yes.
We need the pan to stop taking our people. And we also need to try and get some of our people back.
Mm-hmm.
So, this already sounds like a mutually beneficial arrangement.
It does. I'm not in charge. My father is. So you could probably work out the details with him.
Okay.
But I was just out for my morning jog, and I saw.
Do
y'all
you
needed help.
normally jog through the sewers in that part of town?
Yeah, they can't get me.
Uh-huh.
They can't. I have things sealed, but I heard all of the ruckus because like more than normal, and so I peeked and saw that y'all were there, and I was like, oh, can't let them.
How did you peek if it was sealed?
I unsealed it
Okay.
with. She just like kind of like tilts her head and just like squints, and I was like,
You'll have to excuse us if humanity has a little bit of a strained relationship with the Fae.
we do
There's
take
a
your
bit of-
children. I understand.
There's a bit of mistrust.
Okay. I mean, you could go. I could let you go back up. I have no problems with that if you don't want to be down here.
No, just
I
it's
can-
kind of hard to
I-
determine who we trust.
I mean, it's no skin off my wings if you don't trust me. Like, you could go back. Do you want me to open it up and let you?
I would like to at least hear what your father has to say and hear him out and see if we feel that we can trust an arrangement between us.
Okay. I mean, that's where I was taking you anyway, so I guess I didn't expect you to like question me and say no. It's weird.
No, I feel like if there was more questioning when you met people, you might not have ended up in this situation. I could be wrong because I'm just an emu, but
You're a little bird brained, aren't you?
I mean, if you
But
ask a few
I'm
more questions
tis.
before dating somebody.
I personally criminal background check any person who we hire at Haunted Hayden stores.
What's
Maybe
a
you might
criminal
want to do that here.
background check?
It's when you hire a bunch of people to find out if someone's suspicious and doing things like, I don't know,
Well, that was
upspurring
the
government.
thing. He was vetted by Oberyn himself, so I'm confused. That's why we were okay with it.
Well, there's your problem. You let Oberon vet him.
Yeah.
He is our king.
Have you met Oberon?
No,
Okay.
but
You guys,
like he's the Fae king.
I think the Fae should consider the model of constitutional monarchy. We'll discuss it later. But it could be an improvement.
Watery bins handing out cutlery is no basis for a system of governance.
It beats a whole hell of a lot of systems of government, though, you gotta admit.
I thought we were an autonomous collective.
As somebody who knows somebody who
Those
works
are
for Oberon,
really big words.
Are you being repressed, Tom? Is this the violence inherent in the system?
This is the violence inherent in the system.
I'm going to peck Tom's head. All right, children, let's go.
I mean, really, we're just winging it at this point.
Shh.
Oh, well, same. And she like flutters her little dragonfly wings out.
Does a little wing squawk.
Mhm.
Sorry, Hayden. I don't want to ruffle any feathers here.
Did you know I could step on you and you'd probably die?
I've heard that threat before. Well, not threat, but like, you know.
Yep.
Threats.
Yes, we know. We know,
What?
Tom.
You know how kids' parents will pull them by the ears? I'm gonna do the emu mouth equivalent of that to Tom and just start walking in a direction.
He has such a free spirit. You'd almost think he was a Fae himself.
Save
I
us.
like him. I like him.
He's engaged.
You're engaged? You're getting married?
Apparently.
What if I were down here?
Really?
Her brother was taken, along with my uncle.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I was here. I promised to get her brother back.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's not a bad guy, even if he's threatened to use his club to drive me like a nail into the ground. Multiple times.
That sounds really painful. And you're gonna marry into a family that threatens you with physical violence? Are you okay? Do you?
I mean, I think I'm okay.
Slippers on the other foot now, isn't it?
I mean, not all the physical violence is bad, you know. Consensual. Agreed upon.
Negotiated.
And she just like continues down, and like I was saying before, like despite this being a sewer system, it is a refurbished sewer system. The tendrils don't seem to be and that ichor does not seem to be down here as well as the normal amount of grossness that you would see in a sewer. Think of it like closer to the Final Fantasy VIII sewer than any other sewer. There is water and it does flow. It's not sewage water. It's just the water, and you can even see in the water there's bioluminescent fungi in there and little fishies that swim around, and sometimes the little fishies turn, like they will be swimming and like you'll look down and they'll turn belly up and suddenly there's a person face and it waves and it goes away and it's when it goes on its back and it swims away.
You really have to give the fake credit, though. I mean, their infrastructure is amazing.
Is it rent controlled?
You know, I mean, did you guys have anything? You guys kind of close with the Romans?
You know what a Roman is?
No.
Okay, human civilization about 2,500 years ago.
Oh, that makes
through-
sense. That's about when I was born.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They had an infrastructure a lot like that.
Oh, maybe they got it from us.
Yeah, could be.
This city is about 5,000 years old, and some of these systems are about that old as well. My parents are the ones who built them.
Quite impressive.
Yeah, and as y'all are sort of lurking through the sewers, whenever y'all know how like sewers work, actually the best way I can describe this is like that one scene from Futurama when you go to see where the mutants live in the sewers, like, but a little bit more Fae present. Y'all go and there is a light source that mimics the sun. You're not sure where it comes from. And there are trees growing down here, and actual physical tree branches and leaves and the singing of birds. And in like this the water grotto, you can actually see some of these mer people sitting on like steel beams and some rock structures, like chatting, and you see like all of these fairies like just and buildings like sort of built into the structure, and this is essentially a refugee town underneath Neverland, this city that people live in.
Have you seen the new Black Panther movie?
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking about when you said the sun? Perfect
Yes.
sun.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very similar. Yeah, very, very similar to that. It's just like, hi, welcome to El-Irani. I almost said El Dorado, and that is not correct.
I
mean,
was
it is
about to
also
hear like
magnificent.
El Rondo or something like that.
El-Irani.
It is also magnificent, despite this place isn't golden, and it's
It's
older
not. It's
than
a little bit more
1,000
green
years.
here. Mhm.
So
It's a little bit more green. Until you get to where my father is at, and in fact, she kind of like looks over all of you. Did you bring coats?
I'm naturally warm-blooded. Quite. I tend to run hot. It's not going to be a problem.
Anna sort of like readjusts her trench coat.
blinks an emu.
They
I am a coat.
Feathers are very insulating.
are. They are. I used to have an ostrich. It was this
What
big.
happened to it? Aw.
I got hungry.
You know, like, okay. You know,
I can't be mad
head
at that.
back what face? Like that, but an emu's like neck all the way back. It's like,
I mean, what are pets except for emergency rations?
companions and members of your family who you would sacrifice a sibling for?
Aren't those also emergency rations?
No, pets are just food that you've
Fair.
named.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's just
so and y'all sort of come and she like guides you through the streets and the alleys, and some fairies kind of stare at you as they're doing their work. Some mer people will stare at you as they're not doing work because they're too beautiful for it. And you get brought to these steel doors, and you can already see against these doors. They're frozen together. And she puts like a mitten on and gives a knock. I don't like being cold.
I wasn't expecting Winter Court Fae to be here.
So yeah, my great grandfather is Winter Court. So Neverland is like separate from the courts. It's sort of like a hush posh of all of the courts together. And it could be winter, it could be spring, it could be autumn, it could be summer. It kind of just depends on the king's mood. Like, that's why he tends to just stay in one room, because if he goes past it, it just turns into that element or that season, and he's a little gloomy right now, so he's just staying in his space because nobody here likes winter. We're a tropical climate, or we were until the cosmic horror started.
I don't know, winter's always been my favorite season.
Yeah, can't complain. I've only froze to death like twice.
Well, maybe we can bring him a little bit of springtime today.
That's so cute. And after she had knocked and y'all were just waiting and having this, and the doors just like rumble and start to kind of slowly creak open and then stop, and then they go a little before and they stop and they open a little bit more until finally they sort of stop catching, you notice, because like they're just catching on like rocks and ice and unattendants, and they open up, and there is like a blue glow within, like as a light source, probably bioluminescent fungus. But as you also sort of look around, you also see that there is an aquarium in there with a couple of fish and mermaids, and their scales are not. They have the not the fish, but the cephalopods, the bioluminescent cephalopods, sort of going around, and there are cephalopod people as well, and they're just like hanging out underwater, and there's a very short hallway, and there is a quote unquote throne. It just sort of looks like a throne that someone might have bought off of Amazon, that is surrounded in ice, and upon it sits his name is Earl King, and he is a big old elf man with big old frozen dragonfly wings, big pointy ears, dark black hair that ends in frozen whitish blue tips, and he is dressed in what looks like a whitish gown almost. He's long, Tolkien-ish elf features, and nails about this long from his fingers, and he's just tapping, and he's like, "Hi, Dad. These are just some people, emissaries from Realm 20432, coming to request
We're here to
aid."
kill the
Yeah.
we're here to kill the pan.
They're here to kill Peter.
Man, I know they're like kind of behind the times here, but I really didn't think they're in the 90s with all these frosted tips.
You.
Great start, Tom.
Fiero's got like his own fog cloud going right now.
Yeah,
Steam that's coming off of him. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where Tinkerbell came from, because these colored palettes are just very
I mean, with the accent she's been speaking with, I'm kind of leaning towards she's a Southern belle.
It's you. To jail with both of you.
We don't have jail here. We just assign duties, and you have to perform them. And then once those are done, you are no longer incarcerated. But there hasn't been a lot of that lately because we can't really afford any of that. So.
We're here to kill the pan. Can you help us?
Yes.
Will you help us?
Yes.
What help can you offer?
What do you need?
People who can fight? Weapons of ash?
You see him visibly cringe at that. It's like, I don't normally keep ash, the wood of the tree of life, in arm's reach because motions at his Fey realm. Like,
That's fair.
like
Information would be very helpful.
I was going to say we hook up with the pirates because I bet they've been fighting Pan for ages.
But we need to know where the treehouse is as well. And how can we pull the pan away from the treehouse over the water?
I'm gonna turn into a person again. Be like, hold on now.
You're not
Before
a
we
bird.
start upskirting governments, maybe we should hear why they should be in charge instead of Pan. Doesn't do us any good to overthrow one dictator for another. You know? Banana republics, you read your history books.
Or hereditary monarchy?
I can assure you that I will not come to your realm and steal your children to power it.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, it's fair dealing with what we're getting right now.
How do you feel about refugees?
I am currently living as one.
Yeah, open perspective. So here's the
Yeah,
deal. As Penn has maybe changed some people, and maybe some of them, probably most of them, will be, cut our losses. But like the ones who aren't and clearly can't come back to realm 2, 4, 6, whatever, they would need to find a home here. So,
Are you talking about Pan's Eldritch horror Fae that he has created?
Yes,
Yeah.
some of them, yes.
yeah, some of them aren't as far down the field than others. But I don't know if you know anything about humans, but they kind of suck and are not very
You kind of see him tap like his extraordinary long nails on like the armchair, and like when he does it you can see like little bits of dust almost like or frost just sort of chip from them, and you realize his nails are just actually made of ice. And he's like, we will see it at a 1-to-1 basis. If said creature has not performed any atrocities directly against my people, then it will be considered.
Will brainwashing be taken into account? No offense, but clearly he's obviously how do you say?
Yeah, he breathes out, and you see like the steam come from his nose. And like y'all all have like that frosty breath. It's like 25 degrees Fahrenheit in this room. And he's like, I see you do not understand how the process works. When they are extracted, it is everything that is extracted from them.
No, it's not. Some of their humanity remains.
We can confirm that, unfortunately.
Oh. Confirm. You like...
Yes. My uncle, who has agreed to help us. He's been here for 13 years of our time. And he is one of Pan's Eldritch horrors. But he's still in there.
How do you know?
Because I've looked into his eyes and I've spoken with him.
And how do you know it was not a trick?
Because he didn't kill me when he could have.
That's true. They went against direct orders, dragging us into, Han's hell.
Who is your uncle?
Reese
Which
Llewellyn.
fey creature is your uncle?
And Fiora will describe what his uncle looked like.
Mm-hmm. Ah, the infernal one.
Yes.
Pan has been the first experiment. I can see how he might have been able to keep some of his sense of self, as otherwise he would not have been able to keep his infernal power. You can see how he was spared some from the Pan. The humans that have been brought here, however, do lose all of them.
Oh no, I don't care about the humans.
What about
Sorry.
Philip's father?
Philip's got a mom.
I don't think we
Really?
should give up on them until, as you said, a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about our own than anything else.
They're filled with the essence of Pan's homeworld, replaced, so to say, part of the hive. Everything that has been injected within them is connected to something that is beyond this realm and beyond even Peter himself.
And I'm presuming it kills them too.
It is the fuel.
Right.
I am sorry.
As I said, as my friend said, if you will take them in, consider them refugees, let them live here.
If they pass whatever the inspections are, so to speak.
It would be nice for us to live on the surface and then have them mull around like vermin in the sewer. I believe that would be an appropriate penance.
Yeah. They're still alive. They've got civilization down here. I'm happy.
Really? You're going to punish them for something that they had no control over?
Yes.
He's Faye.
This is why I hate the Fae.
Maybe don't say that in the house of a Fae.
I'm
I
pretty sure that
take no offense.
Hmm?
Just because we don't like each other doesn't mean that our interests do not align currently. Our
Exactly.
personal emotions do not need to be taken into consideration.
Kind of like him.
I just have a hard time dealing with their moral compass.
The older you are, the more moral your compass goes off. It's easy to believe you're right when you're young.
There
And
are
it's easier
absolutes.
to know when you're right when you are older. I am 10,000 years old after all.
You're the first time I've met someone way older than me. This is kind of cool.
It's like... tilts its head at you curiously, and it's like, I see. You've got a very long life ahead of you still.
No, don't say that.
Yes, I see it.
Mm.
You're part of the tree itself.
I'm from the preschool era. It's fine. I'll take you at face value. Hating gets visibly uncomfortable. It's not a fan of the whole future situation.
They can obscure and they can obfuscate. They don't lie.
However, the hour is thus late. I am sure that as eager as you are to kill Pan, I will have to muster up blueprints to his home, as well as, eat. I can.
Are you in communication with those on the water?
The pirates.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you send someone to find out if they will assist us as well?
Of course. That was my plan.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Perhaps you are the key that we have been missing this whole time. Something from the other world that Pan has no control of. My daughter, please see to our guests to a warm room. I am sure that they're catching frostbite except for the demon at this point.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
Get out.
He is standing in kind of like this
at the
little
door.
puddle of
Be
milk
so angry,
water.
man. You just gotta let it go.
It's a
He is standing in a little puddle of melt water around his
Do you
feet.
ever feel like whenever you hang out with young people, you want to throw them off the cliff at all times?
Most of the time they can fly, so I have thrown young people off the cliff.
Mine don't have wings, so I have to improvise.
It's falling with style.
Y'all shall be given quarters, and you'll have a meal prepared for you of, cephalopods and seaweeds and, fruits of the ocean, as the rest of the biosphere that can't be in the greenhouse has failed.
Preferably cephalopods that aren't part humanoid.
I have gator jerky.
I'm sure I could figure that out.
I'll go vegetarian. I'll have the vegetarian option. Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to have rice, would you?
I was just Anna, do you know how rice grows?
Tom
In
just
water.
like holds out a Cliff Bar. It's like, I think this is the vegetarian option.
There is a
We did pack
visible
snacks.
look of insult on his face. Like, this elf king is lending you hospitality in his home, and you are criticizing what he is offering you.
I'm
am not
criticizing nothing. I'm just
anyone.
There is a look of disgust on his face, like, these mortals and their audacity. Like,
Yeah,
remember
that's
in the
kind of
old-
what makes this mortals.
Do you remember
I
the
mean-
old days when people put food on your plate and you just ate it?
To be fair, it's the white chocolate macadamia Cliff Bar, so it's like aces, so.
I'm visibly embarrassed at these. My mama raised me to have better
I
manners.
just want to see if we can turn it into sushi. Like, it's already halfway there. We just need rice.
We don't have rice for sushis, but we can make sashimis.
I get it. I know. I guess nobody else here is like seen Letterkenny, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm
Sashimi.
blatantly ignoring it. At this
Yeah.
point. Thank you so much
To be
for
fair.
your
That'll
hospitality.
be
Be
fun.
sure to be grateful for
be
anything
fair.
you give us.
We gladly accept your hospitality. Please understand that our food requirements are slightly different than yours, and it is appreciated, but not always to our tastes.
The doors behind you open back up. And things like, come on, we should probably go.
Yeah.
We should go.
Yeah.
And she like leads you out and the door's closed. She's like, okay, well, it will take about an hour and a half to get your spaces ready for you to stay in and for dinner to be served. Feel free to peruse a bit if you wish. I will have people fetch you when everything's ready.
Can I ask you a sort of weird question?
All of the questions that you have asked me are weird so far, so
You guys have water snakes.
yeah.
Sweet. That's all I need to know.
Okay. Like sea snakes? are
I see
are
snakes.
freshwater snakes.
Oh, is the seawater or freshwater?
The seawater is not fresh. It has salt in it.
The water. He didn't like points to like the waterways. Is this seawater or freshwater?
Brackish.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, what are y'all doing?
I'm going swimming. I'm gonna be nosy.
Go swim with the
Wandering
more
around.
people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I can't
I
turn.
love it.
I don't think I can turn into a. Can I turn into a mer person? I would have turned into a water snake. It
Oh, I
just
thought-
seems easier.
Well, I mean, if you ate a mer person, you could turn into a mer person, right?
It's complicated. Just get a water snake. I wonder. I kind of want to see if I can find out where that fake sun is coming from.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's what you're doing. I'm gonna get a list of like what y'all are doing, and then I'll go down the line and play the scenes out. That's what you're doing. Tom, what are you doing?
Tom's just gonna go hang out in his room. Probably doesn't get any cell phone signal here, so he can't really TikTok or anything. It's kind of
Okay.
Your room's not ready, Tom.
Your room's not ready, Tom.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's not ready. I don't know. Probably gonna try and figure out some more stuff about the pirates and the Lost Boys
Okay, cool. So
because he's learning that the movie was bullshit. Like, wait, the movie was bullshit?
Tom's next TikTok series is an expose on how Disney lied to you.
Next, you're gonna say like the guy who created Disney was bad.
You would be shocked to find that there's gambling here, wouldn't you?
Tom, the guy who founded Disney was bad.
I mean, was he really
Slave
that?
labor.
Was he really that bad?
Tom, you're getting into Nazi territory. Stop.
Tom, hold on. Tom, you remember that one summer I made you work for no pay? You complained that this was the worst thing that ever happened to you, like every day?
Yeah.
He did that to people all the time.
Oh, that's really shitty.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You're like, no, Tom, he was a Yahtzee. Like, legitimately card carrying member. Why do we fucking go to his theme park?
The food is really good.
Oh god, the turkey legs, bro. The turkey legs, though.
What's Fiero's plans?
Hero's wandering around. He wants to get a feel for this place.
Nothing
Why-
specific, yeah.
Yeah, why hasn't the Pan attacked here? Why hasn't he come after these people? What is it that's keeping Pan from attacking them? Besides, of course, yeah.
And
Yeah,
Anna, And Anna, what is your plan?
Anna wants to get a feel for lack of a better term, she's mapping escape routes.
No, oh, there you go.
Yeah, she's like, how do we get out of here if the shit hits the fan? That's
Gotcha.
like squarely where her mind is. In her mind, she's in a war zone right now, and she needs to know how to fucking get the fuck out of Dodge if shit goes tits up.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
She's in battle mode right now.
No, fair. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Hayden first. And this is this is investigative mystery. You are turning into you are swimming. Are you gonna be a snake? Because snakes do have lungs, so you might not be able to like.
I'm gonna turn into a dolphin. I feel like
They
Neverland
also have
has
lungs.
dolphins. What do I need that doesn't have lungs?
A shark.
Shark.
Yeah. I want to be one of the cute sharks.
You did notice that there were like sharks. You're gonna be like a nurse
Yeah.
shark, like one of the little
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
All right, very cute. All right, you're gonna turn
Little
into a
weed
shark
shark.
and do like it is actually interesting because as you like walk into the water, like the mer people kind of stop and watch, and as you like turn to a shark, they're like so excited, and they start like doing like little weird dances around you and form rings, and it's a very wholesome like moment. Like they are so excited. But you're looking for the light source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because remember they said their magic is going away.
Mm-hmm.
So what is,
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate this. Oof. I think I'm gonna spend a luck to re-roll this 5, 6 if you count.
You
my
don't
It makes it an
have
automatic
any
12.
re-rolls, so
No. Well, I gotta. I
You
have
can spend
a
a
6.
luck to make it an automatic 12.
yeah, you can spend it a lot to make it 12.
Do that.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. What are your questions?
Okay, let me pull up the questions offering page.
At 12,
I
you can
want to
ask
know.
pretty much any question.
What can it do?
What can the light source do?
Yeah.
It can imitate sunlight.
What is it made of?
Sorry, I just had an intrusive thought.
No, great. I love it.
Me, I'm the intrusive thought.
It's made up of exactly what it's made of people.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it kind of feels like we might be maybe putting another Pan situation in here, and I'm a little concerned.
It's made of people, yeah. Or the essence of people in the sense that like what Pan had done was on the surface working. And then like it worked.
What can hurt it?
The sun?
Yeah, the people's sun.
It dies when the Pan dies.
Okay, I'm happy.
I'm gonna go for Anna next. You're looking for escape routes. Let's investigate a mystery.
That's an 11.
All right, you got some questions.
Hold up, cheat sheet.
I'll let you meds.
I love to start with this one. What is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here? Be specific about what you mean here.
In this tunnel system.
In this tunnel system. What is being concealed here? It's more isolated than they give you credit for, but not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Isolated from what, I wonder?
Mm-hmm.
From the surface? Or, I don't know. So weird, these don't really apply to a location.
If you can like rearrange something to make it apply to a location, that's fine too. Yeah.
Yeah. How about where? Where does it go?
The system of the tunnels lead, and I say you maybe find this, like maybe you found a blueprint in your searchings or whatever, but as far as you can tell, like this is systematic everywhere underneath this city, and all exits lead to the ocean, with the exception of one.
Oh, with the exception of one.
Mm-hmm. Like, and there's like manholes, but all major exit lead to the ocean with the exception of one.
Can I tell where that one goes?
No.
Interesting.
Like, and I say the way maybe you do this, maybe the way you figure it out is you don't necessarily find a blueprint, but let's say you check each major tunnel exit. And you can probably tell from the saline structure of some of this water in that a lot of this water is ocean water with the exception of one stream, which is clearly fresh water.
Oh, I see.
That's how you can tell. Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, that gives me some ideas.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Fierro.
Yes.
What are you doing again? You're looking for some stuff?
Yeah. Basically, he's wandering. He's listening to conversations. He's looking to see what kind of defenses are around. Again, he's looking for the limits of the Elf King's realm at this point to find out where's that demarcation between what the Pen controls and what the Elf King's been able to hold on to, and why is that demarcation there? What's the defense? Why hasn't Pan taken over here?
Mm-hmm. All right, that's some question. That's some roles. Some investigative mystery.
Okay. I have anything on that one? Okay, so. That's that's a 7.
Okay, you get a question.
What is being concealed here?
Be a little bit specific about here and like what do you mean?
What is what's being concealed as far as why the Pan hasn't attacked?
He hasn't attacked because this place isn't a threat.
Okay.
The Pan simply is not threatened by the elf, by Elfkin. Erlkin, that's his name.
Yeah, Erlkin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's not threatened by Erlkin, so there's no reason to attack.
What are the people saying around here? I mean, he's wandering around listening to, trying to basically eavesdropping.
All right. Let's, like, who are you listening to? Are you listening to like the baker, the greenhouser, the mer people? Who are you listening to?
Mer people, mostly the mer people, because they have that connection to the ocean, and so aren't tied to this spot.
Yeah. A lot of them like to sort of come here because sometimes when they're just out there in the salt ocean, it's just nice to have some fresh water now and then. It's nice to talk to someone that are pirates. It's just like basic gossip. They're like, it kind of stays the same season on the ocean, so it's sort of nice to have like winter here or autumn here and experience that, because they haven't experienced that in a long time since Pan started to merge the world into the hive. Like, just that's pretty much like they like coming here, the mer people.
So the season stopped after Pan merged with Hyde. There's something in there that my brain is trying to pull out, and I can't. I'm like, it's not coming out at the moment. That he wants to talk to the bar people about that. Oh, I think he's gonna come across somebody. He'll find somebody, try to strike up a conversation with them. One of the Merc people.
Sure.
I'm curious. I've noticed that that everybody seems safe here. Does the pan come after your people? I mean, are you afraid of the crocodiles out on the water?
They're not coming after us. Yeah, the crocodiles will come after us.
Is that because you're part of the Earl King's people?
Oh no, we're not part of the of Earl King's people. No, this is just our vacation spot. Mm-hmm.
So why don't the crocodiles come after you? Why does the pan come with you? Come after you?
That's a good question. He's never actually. I mean, he has come after us before. But like once we were like out in the open ocean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, no, it wasn't that big. There's like two of them, and they're like exchanging. We just moved out of his domain, and he hasn't waged war against the pirates in their territory yet. So,
yeah. Do you think the pen is going to make a move from the pirates?
I think if he runs out of energy from where he siphons it from, he could. Yeah. And in fact, I think that's probably one of the reasons. Yeah, that's probably a reason, is that, if he could have just gotten a hold of Hook and all of his, everything that he hoarded, as far as like, life energy goes, I don't think that he would have had to siphon from another world. Because he did, yeah. So,
Yeah,
pirates.
that's kind of why we're here. So, all right. It's been interesting talking to you. I
can't say I said the same.
Fair. That's actually quite fair. One more. May I ask one more question? I'm sorry.
What do you give me?
What would be of value to you? I don't know your culture. I don't know what's of value
What's
to
the
you.
most valuable thing on you right now?
It would be something that his uncle gave him.
She's asking that like you directly. She
Yeah,
directly asked.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the most valuable thing I have on me?
Maybe it's a ring, like a signet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain is.
Yeah, maybe it's a signet ring of like your thing, and you're like, oh, it's the signet ring. All right, I'll answer a question for that. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, it's so warm. They put it on their fingers. Like it. Tungsten.
Yeah, it's a higher melting point. If the pirates were to go out and join with us and go after the pan, would you fight?
No.
Would your people fight?
Oh, no.
You wouldn't go after the crocodiles for us?
No. It's a lot of work. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
That makes a lot of sense. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the ring. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. He walks away knowing he absolutely lied to them about what the most valuable thing was that he had. Of course,
like, of course, like their most valuable.
Differing values of value.
They just wanted to take something from you. Yep. They didn't really give a shit. Tom, so you're looking on Pirate and Lost Boy info. We'll get to you and then go on break. Do investigate a mystery.
All right, what's that roll?
Sharp.
Roll dice. That is a sharp, which is a 9.
All right, that's what, 2 questions from the, or 1 question from the list.
Right. So what's the list again? Sorry, I don't have the sheet.
If someone didn't erase my shortcuts, I'd have it in front of me too, but
I know.
mhm.
It's all my fault.
I'll put it in chat for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Investigate a mystery. All right. Where did it go?
Where exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for where the Lost Boys are.
The Lost Boys are in Pan's treehouse.
Well, I know that, but where's the treehouse?
The treehouse is at the other end of the freshwater tube.
Okay.
Had a feeling.
Yeah.
And...
Good job, team.
So and obviously the pirates are on the ocean. I know that. I guess I can ask, are there any creatures in this freshwater tube that I should be concerned about?
In the freshwater?
Yeah.
You only get 1 question from a 7 to 9.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
roll.
you said.
Yeah, you
Oh,
only get
you
1
said-
question.
I
Sorry.
thought you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right. 1 question's fine. All right.
Mhm. All right, as you know, you're all just kind of wrapping up your little investigations and stuff like that. You hear like a bell, bong, bong, bong. Dinner's ready. As y'all are invited to go and have this smorgasbord of seafood, essentially. Spread out. Hopefully, none of you are allergic to seafood. Spread out on a table specifically for you. Earl King is not there, but Tiana will join you at dinner in his behalf. Yeah, he doesn't apparently like to leave. Again, he's in a mood right now, so he's just gonna make everything cold and everything's just gonna be bad. And with that, I think as y'all are digging into your, unless there's any, are there any specific kinds of like conversations y'all want to have at dinner, or do you want to wait until after dinner to have them? Like,
I just want to thank him for sharing with us, because like keeping all the seafood to themselves would have been a little bit shellfish.
you're so funny.
That's a break.
I was thinking, I was like, Tink has to love these terrible dad jokes.
She does. She absolutely adores these. In fact, she has just been eyeing Tom ever since he's gotten here and told his stupid jokes. And with that, we will take a break. We'll see you in about 10 minutes, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
And we're live and hot and all this other good stuff. Welcome back, everyone, to Dante's Butte, episode 7, our semi-finale for our Monster of the Week campaign here that I'm running. The group has found themselves in the sewer town of Elaroni, which sounded made up on the spot. As y'all had asked what this place was.
It's all right. The points don't matter anyways.
Yeah, it's fine. And y'all have been presented with a wonderful dinner, like a seafood feast, essentially, in the company of Tiona Bell, who is really just Tinkerbell, and having a grand old, for trying her best to show y'all a good time as guest. Despite the fact that you insulted her daddy, and his hospitality, and all of that good stuff, and y'all are brought to your sleeping quarters. Y'all all have separate quarters. Y'all have been provided that, and it's very. There are no like beds. There are futons that are sort of spread out onto the floor, but there's no like risen beds. And it's all very quaint and. Y'all notice that the light source has dimmed to imitate nighttime, so that the town, the little outlet here, can all sort of go to sleep. In that sort of way. Does anyone go to sleep right away? Like, what's the plan? Or y'all just gonna go to sleep?
I think Vera's gonna suggest that we all get together and sit down and share what we learned before dinner.
Okay.
So we can kind of put all that information together.
Y'all all meet in Fiero's room for this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Fiero will offer to find a chair or something for Anna because he knows that she's getting old and he doesn't want her knees or her back to.
Celeste's face.
Hey, you're the one that keeps bringing up she's middle-aged, old, my age.
I
So-
think I'll be fine, whippersnapper.
All right. Discuss
Yeah,
among
audacity of
yourselves.
these kids. So one of the tunnels, most of them go out toward the ocean, except for one. Haven't figured out where it goes yet, but
Are they all
doesn't go
alike?
the one that doesn't go to the ocean, freshwater.
Oh, that one goes to the treehouse where the Lost Boys are.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I found out.
Huh. We have a back door right into Pan's living room.
Yeah, so I found out their son is it's made out of people.
It's Soylent Green.
Yeah, it's got a whole Soylent Green thing going on.
It's
so-
sunlit green.
Yeah, so it seems part of Pam's plan. They're still using, which makes that children, we pinky swear to not come to your universe thing seem a little, yeah.
You did say specifically your universe they wouldn't come to, so.
Me think is there we are enabling some adventuring parties on other universes, but it's not really our problem.
And surprisingly, the Earl King and his kingdom here is not considered a threat to Pan. That's why he hasn't attacked them. It seems odd that
Maybe he just doesn't care. Or he doesn't think of them as a threat.
yeah, no, that's what he doesn't think of them as a threat. You would think that a Fey kingdom, an Earl King, ruled by the Earl King, with the powers of winter, would be a threat.
I mean, he is a cosmic horror. I feel like
He could also just have frost resistance.
they're subject to Oberon.
You
If
could
he
also
atta-
have an overinflated sense of hubris.
He is kind of a dick.
Or they could be, in cahootsies.
That's what I'm wondering.
Like the typing systems of old. I give you X,
Yeah, day guilt.
I won't murder you today. Who knows?
I mean,
Yeah.
it could just be that, like, Pan hasn't wiped them out because they do his dirty work for him sometimes. Like, they do some of the work.
I don't know. It's most what little bit I got was that he didn't consider them a threat. I also heard the Mer people. I was listening to some of them talking, and since Pan has arrived and taken over, there have been no seasons. The seasons don't change anymore. That's why the Mer come here. Merfolk come here is because they can have winter, they can experience some change of the seasons.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Did anybody else notice that somebody was flirting with somebody else very, very awkwardly earlier?
Boy,
I
was
wouldn't
someone
call
trying
it
to flirt?
flirting.
Was someone trying to flirt with the king? Are you guys trying to get horny with that elf boy? One with the ice hair?
He's
Was I
already
not,
horny.
was I not aware of that?
Y'all keep talking. I have nail polish on my nose and it's gonna bother me forever. What?
Sorry.
I mean, that's kind of the Earl King's thing is he's already horny. Never mind.
No, this person is definitely engaged, and his fiance could, crush him into a flat disc.
Wait.
I'm gonna give Tom the squint eye.
I mean, if Tom wants to fuck up his relationship with the best thing that's ever happened to him, okay. I
Wait,
mean, I'll
What
sell
are you guys
tickets.
talking about?
Yeah, but see, I don't want to let him. Like, we're just ignore. I'm just
I mean,
ignoring. Like,
by bringing it up, you've clearly made it much more possible because
What?
he clearly doesn't know.
No, see, I'm more concerned about Tom accidentally getting into something he didn't mean to, because his brain cells are working very hard now that he doesn't have his little phone with him.
I'm not like a toddler drinking Windex, all right?
Your phone's gonna die soon, Tom.
Shit, where did...
I think I saw an outlet in the bathroom.
No, did I leave my battery back on? I left my battery back. No. Don't distract me. I can just put it on battery saving mode, turn down level of brightness.
Yep.
But I'm not even pleading the fifth on this one because I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Anyway,
flirting with anybody.
I think we might want to keep a 6 feet apart dance style, if you know what I mean.
Why, Hayden? He's an adult. If he wants to fuck up his relationship with the best thing that's ever happened to him.
I haven't done anything.
Yet is the operative word for you, Tom. Yet. It's always yet.
Sierra, may I remind you something very important?
Sure.
Fucks this up, he will be at your house every day for the rest of his life.
I have my own place.
I can change the locks.
I'm an adult. I pay taxes.
Okay,
You live with your parents.
I don't even
On their
have a puppy
property.
in this fight, so please continue.
Me calling Tom out. Tom, your parents pay your rent, and you live
but I
on
pay
their
my own
stuff.
taxes.
Yeah, Tom,
I buy
Yeah.
them.
there's a difference between being an adult and being mature.
Yeah, like being mature is super lame.
So Tom, in your TikTok relationship advice column, how long do you wait to hook up with someone's girlfriend if they fuck up and they end up broken up? Like, what's the waiting protocol?
If you're talking about rebound action, the sooner the better.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for your wonderful dating advice.
Wait,
Based on what I've seen of his behavior down at the bar, It's whether or not he witnessed the breakup is how long it takes.
Oh yeah, because like if he's witnessed it, it doesn't take nearly as long as if he doesn't witness it.
Pretty much.
Tom, I will take your expert advice. This is why you are everybody's first friend on Smile Space. Truly, you trust.
I am being horrifically maligned right now, and like this kind of snap judgment is just it hurt. It cuts me deeply, guys. It hurts.
How would you know we were talking about you?
Because you outright said it.
Oh. So you do pay attention sometimes now. Darn.
I have a great relationship, and I have no intention of ruining it.
And the best in the road to
Knock
hell is
on
paved
wood.
with good intentions. So
It's like you
There
guys
is no
want
wood.
me to fail.
We would
I know.
like you to be a little more self-aware.
that's it. That's why we're having this conversation. That's why this is happening, Tom, so that you're more self-aware.
Ugh.
Tom, do you just storm out? Like
Yeah, he's gonna sulk
Trust
out.
me, Tom, you'll accidentally cheat one time and they will never let you forget it for 100+ years until they die.
Just
Remember.
say no, Tom.
He's like gonna grumble. I was like fucking like the dating dare team over here. Just say no.
Anybody taking any bets? I gotta pull a coin.
I seem to
What's
remember
that?
there being something about the harder you try to avoid a prophecy, the closer you push to it. But I mean,
I
let's see
bet
how this
Tom
plays out.
touches boob before we even leave Neverland. That's my bet.
Tom, as you storm back to your room and you open and close it, it's very, very dark in there. And you hear a squeaky, very submissive little voice. It's like, why are your friends being so mean to you? And like,
So I'm just like freezes in the doorway. Hello?
you see the candle light, and there is Tiona, and she is in a very sheer nightgown. And like giving you, she's shorter than you and has like her hands like behind her back and like her wings just sort of in like a downward position. She looks up at you with those really, really big green eyes. And it's like, there were some really loud voices. Are you okay? Why are they so mean to you?
Tom is like visibly just uncomfortable, possibly sweating. You know, just some friendly ribbing going on right now. But I think you have the wrong room.
This is your room, right?
Yeah.
She edges closer to you, like to the point where like she is just not touching you, body to body, and looks and continues to look up. It's like, then I definitely have the right room.
Okay.
She's put a little rouge on her lips. Like, you know what they say. What happens in Neverland stays in Neverland, right?
I've never heard that one, but I've got experience in Vegas that says differently.
But Vegas is in the same realm as yours. I mean, don't you want to stick it to Peter?
Tom.
And what's a better way to stick it to Peter than saying that you stuck it in his ex-girlfriend?
Tom has that like angel and devil, and they're both just like screaming in his ear right now.
Keep it cool, Tom.
Whoa! Tom is experiencing an existential crisis right now.
I think you need to. I think you need to roll act under pressure.
Good thing that Tom has a penalty to cool. Oh, thank God, that's a 10.
Okay, so on a 10, you are not swayed by this gorgeous, immaculate little fairy girl. How do you reject her?
Tom is just going to like put his hands on her shoulder and just like quickly like do a 180 and swap places and kind of like gently push her out the door and just be like, hey, so yeah, while I'm like 100% super interested in this and against my absolute better judgment, I am kind of in a very committed monogamous relationship at the time. Emphasis on the at the time. So, I'm just gonna say, can we maybe just take a rain check on this?
Your hands are kind of on her shoulders, and she lets you guide her for like a second, but like as her back is like turned to you and your hands are there, how do I describe this? You feel like her flesh begins to grow over yours. And her head makes a 380 or a 180. Then her body does it. And she looks up at you with the most maniacal, sharp-toothed grin. And she goes, I really need you to kiss me, Tom.
Stranger danger. Tom needs an adult right now.
And for
Tom
the
always
Or-
needs an adult.
and
You are the adult, unfortunately.
and for the rest of you,
I need an adult.
where y'all are
I am
at,
an
in Fiero's room. And y'all, the way that y'all are situated is that y'all are in like the highest room closest to like the sewer ceiling. You hear above you a crack, like lightning. And the rubble shakes and like pieces of stone fall into the room.
Fiero grabs his weapon and is heading out into the hallway is to see if there's a way to get to wherever what's happening.
Yeah. And not necessarily in the hallway. Like, it's still just, and Tom, you feel it too, just this thunderous crack as if someone is wailing a club against the cement above you. Merged with thunder magic. I don't know, Tom. Who do you know? What being do you know that has a club and can use thunder magic?
And that right there is why I'm staying faithful and monogamous. I mean, he's going to like.
Your hands are literally melted into her body. You can't get away. And she goes, but you've already put your hands on me. He knows you're here. They all know you're here. and that's when crashing through the ceiling in the hallway, probably in front of Fiero, is one of these creatures that y'all have been fighting this whole time, except it is 9 feet tall. It has a short snout. Its fur is blue. It has those same weird dragon wolf wings protruding from its back. And you hear it stands up to its height, like slunched over with its club, and it's like, she deserves better. And like whips around.
Fiero's like, whoa, wait.
No.
And he's
No.
Get him!
This is a fight.
I didn't do anything.
You're
Okay.
right. She does deserve better.
Are you single and ready to mingle?
And I think the first thing that's going to happen real quick is, Tom, I'm going to need you to do another act under pressure.
Yeah.
Because she is bearing her rows of teeth, and she is going to come and wrap her legs around your waist, like to really hold on to you, and like into your shoulder.
That is a 3.
Okay.
Fuck.
You failed. You take...
I can't save you this time.
At least you get experience.
You take 1 harm.
Okay.
As she rails her teeth just into your, like, gouging, like, right there into the nape of your neck.
Did you have to word it like that?
She's getting her kiss whether you like it or not. And, that felt weird. And that's when you, as you're screaming in bloody pain, see the Oni Fae, Eldrick Oni Fae, just from like his waist up, like in your open door, like. And Fierro, I'm gonna let you go next.
Yarrow is going for the Achilles on this creature, or what the equivalent of it. He's trying to hamstring, get the back of the knee, whatever. He's taking out a leg.
All right.
So yeah, he's going to be using that sword.
Okay.
Or the weapon that he gave him. So I'm kick some ass, right?
Mm-hmm. Kick some ass.
Okay. That's a 7 total. So yeah.
Okay. On a 7, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. That usually means you inflict the harm rating of your weapon, and your enemy inflicts their attack's harm rating on you. So, you go and you slash at his calf, right? And the ichor like spews out. How much harm does your sword do?
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
And just instinctively whips around, and you see the static on his club. And he is going to whip around and just get you right in your center mass on the side, just, and you feel the electricity just surge through you. And you're gonna take 2 harm.
Okay, I have a move that whenever I suffer harm, I suffer 1 less harm.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll only be 1, and then I can roll to heal later after the fight.
Yeah. And it does send you just crashing into the walls, into the next room, right? And of course, like the other 2 of you, you know this happening, and that's more of his like reaction. So when the 2 of you, what do y'all do? Hayden and Anna.
Anna goes for the little pouch on her belt.
Mm-hmm.
And she sticks a hand in and she grabs a few petals of wisteria. And she goes to get between where Tom is and where the Oni is. And just with the fistful of wisteria.
Yeah. So
big old right hook.
Before you're able to even like do that, like because y'all are several feet coming out of Fierro's room, because he had walked past Fierro, came out and done. Like as soon as he sees y'all in the doorway, and that's what I was asking, if y'all were coming out while he was still turned this way, he wants to send a bolt of lightning into your direction, because they have lightning powers.
Great.
And that's why I want to ask Hayden, are you also coming out, or is this just an Anna?
I will follow, but not to attack. I'm just here to make sure Anna doesn't eat. My priority is not.
Y'all are both in the doorway, and y'all both need to roll act under pressure, please.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Set me on fire.
Good. remember. That's what I thought.
I have an 8.
An 8?
7.
Okay, and a 7. So the keeper is going to give y'all a worse outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay. Okay, cool. So a 7 and an 8. So we are going to, because y'all succeeded on a part, instead of both of y'all taking the full force of this lightning attack, it is spread between the two of you. So instead of y'all taking 4, y'all each take 2 harm, and y'all are feeling, y'all are electrocuted essentially, because that it is just a straight up lightning bolt. Like your hair sticks the fuck up, and y'all will be stunned for a hot second here.
Okay.
The both of you. So we're gonna swing back over to Tom, so that Tom will get his turn, and then we'll go to Tink, Fierro, Monster, the two of you.
I'm going to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm literally going to charge into the Oni with Tinkerbell in front.
Okay. That's roll to kick some ass, please.
That is 10 plus 2.
Oh, it's a full on 12, bro.
Well, no, I don't have tough. I have 0 on tough. Okay. No, just a 10.
Just a 10? Okay, you choose. So here, you get an extra effect on a 10. You gain advantage and you take 1 forward, or you give 1 forward to a person. You set out what you're set to do. So you ram Tink into Shigure. You can suffer less harm, or you can force them where you want them, or inflict terrible harm. What extra effect are you trying to do other than the fact that you are essentially trying to knock an Oni prone with a fairy shield?
No, I think I'm basically just trying to knock the Oni off
On the
balance
ground?
right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm basically coming in.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, ram him in like the side of the knee and try and like drop him down.
Okay, so this is what's, you are with so much love in your heart for your girlfriend, just ram into this Oni with Tink, and you do it as he was like doing this lightning attack, and the full force of it, Tink is ripped from your shoulders, and luckily enough doesn't cause you any harm, because it's not like a skin rip, as it's just like this weird slurp. Like it was just, she heard like your skin was a condom on her hand. Like that's essentially what it was, and it rams into him, and like what it is like she was screaming in defense, and as almost like a sound wave, but instead of knocking you over, it knocks him over, and because the sheer force of him falling he goes down another floor. Tink is able to fly and not be knocked down, but he is knocked down and crashes through the floor beneath y'all. Tinkerbell.
I think
Yeah.
we didn't agree on a safe word that was really non-consensual.
From that.
Tom, red, yellow, green.
Yeah.
Did you touch boob?
No!
Damn!
So in response, Tink, we'll kind of go to her now, is she whips out her hand, and from it you see a shit ton of acorns just form, and then she yeets them at you and propels you. Please act under pressure again, Tom, as she bullet seeds you, essentially.
That's act under pressure.
Yeah. That's plus cool.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
It's because all my stuff is into charm.
Yeah, it's
So
okay.
I have a penalty to cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 6.
Do you want to take a +1 or what?
I'll take a +1 on
Okay,
that.
so you have a 7. You do get plummeted with the acorns. One of them hits you in your own jewels, and it hurts, and you take another harm from that. So
They say rejection hurts, but I didn't think it was
rejecting
meant.
Tinkerbell is such a terrible idea. And now the Oni is going to use his turn to stand up and try to hoist himself back up to the next floor, but that's kind of all he is going to do. And so it's like, we'll say it's like Fiero, it's up to you now. What's going on? You have a very angry jealous fairy and a very angry Oni creature that is also a fairy now.
And
a collapsing room.
And a collapsing room.
Yeah.
Can I move between Tink and Tom?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's what Fiero's duty to do. He's gonna step so that he's between Tink and Tom, and then he's gonna look at the Oni and go, "Nothing happened. Cool your jets."
He doesn't hear you.
He's good. He doesn't want to attack, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Either one of them at this point. Actually, no, I think he does. I think what he's going to try to do is he's going to look at he wants to get him to release the grip on the floor so that he falls down to keep him away. So he's got natural weapon. So he's going to use his claws, his demon claws, to just kind of swipe at that hand to get him to release the grip.
Go ahead and kick some ass with that one.
Okay. Let's try these dice, see what happens. That's another 7.
Okay, you do that, but you're opening yourself to harm for it. Now
this also will ignore any armor that he has.
That's right. You're doing kick some ass. Sorry.
Okay.
You rolled a 7 on whatever you're flicking from each other. Yeah. So you get a harm on him. It's 1 harm, right?
2 harm.
2 harm? Perfect.
Yep.
You do 2 harm on him normally, but the consequence that I am going to do is not going to be against you physically.
Okay.
Is that he jerks away and falls again and falls down another floor. And now all of the floor is collapsing. And it's starting at the center where the hole and creeping like it's getting real dangerous just to be on this floor. Anna, let's go to you. You were stunned for a bit. Now you're sort of coming to.
I'm definitely moving down in the direction of the Oni Fae.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the wisteria, and I'm like, I'm really hoping that it doesn't come to me fucking murdering him, but like, push comes to shove, she's not gonna pull her punches.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is about protecting the people that are still in danger.
Yep.
So she's making her way down there to try and like.
Do you jump down the hole or do you take the stairs?
I'm jumping.
Yes! Are you jumping and then Listeria punching him like on the way
down?
Oh
yeah, that's badass. I like it. Yep. Yeah, let's fucking
I'm here for
be
this.
Down smash.
You down smash him.
Anna, this is tough, right? Kick some ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark a luck to get a 12 plus.
Okay. So I'm gonna narrate this for you and how this looks, okay? Is that the Listeria against him already would have added a +2 to the harm to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is your punch?
Probably like 1, right? Because I don't have any other like. I don't have knuckles or anything like that.
And now, what are you going to add with your 12?
Yeah, that's right. That's a thing. Fucking get the thing up. Where in the Sam Hills kick some ass? There it is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to drive him away.
Okay. So you narrate this to the point.
So Anna like sprints to the edge with no hesitation.
Yeah.
Fucking leaps, and the fist goes up.
Yeah, and the
and
Oni is
falling.
looking up, and it has a wide open maw at you.
Yeah, and she's falling, and she doesn't necessarily aim. Like she doesn't necessarily aim for the face.
Okay.
Because like she doesn't want to kill him.
Right.
So she aims for like the solar plexus.
Gotcha.
And she's sort of falling, and like she does the big anime moment. Mm-hmm. She just fucking like falls, and like about halfway down, she forward with the fist, and just direct like pile drives into his solar plexus with the wisteria in her hand.
Absolutely. And I think like feeling that, and feeling his whole fucking sternum like break and crack under.
Big loud crack sound.
Big loud cracking sound. He's 9 feet tall. So it's not that like he has to roll away from you, but these big fucking wings just sort of sprout. And he fucking leaves. And he leaves by going up through the hole that he punched through the sewer wall to ceiling to begin with. He leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden, what are you doing?
I want to follow him.
You're gonna follow him?
Yes.
All right. How are you gonna follow him?
Bird style.
Bird style. Okay.
I'm turning into like God, like what's a bird that would be in like I don't know, like a sparrow, like a common foresty like.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. As a tiny bird trying to catch up to something that is very large, it is going to be very hard for you to keep up with him.
Large bird.
Okay.
What's a fast bird?
Eagle, falcon, hawk, some kind of bird of prey.
Large bird would be a condor.
Condors are... Listen, if you want to be a red-tailed hawk and catch those thermals, I'm not going to be mad at you.
Yeah, let's do that.
God. Damn it.
I'm going to go hawking. Just follow him.
Yeah.
My people. I'm with my people.
Where he came from.
Yeah, you do the hawk scream.
Tell it back there, K. Applegate, all right?
It sounds slightly like I'm saying swag, and I just go.
Yeah,
swag.
That's what that means from the kids.
Mm-hmm. And Hayden goes off. We're back up to Tom. Tinkerbell looks utterly pissed at the situation now, and not necessarily you. And it looks like she is also trying to flee. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and charm her.
Okay.
Tom is gonna be like, hey, gorgeous, you just need to calm down, like, let's just,
mixed fucking signals, bro.
Like, we just let's just chat about this, because that wasn't a firm no, but we need to have respect on people's boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to make a roll? What is it?
It's a charm roll.
Okay, go ahead and roll, but like I think for the move itself, you might need to roll use magic.
Use magic?
Or manipulate someone. Manipulate someone.
Yeah, it's manipulate someone, which is charm. Which I actually have points into.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 11 plus 2 is a 13.
Very good. So what does it say for that move that you have on a monster? What is the rules for a 12 plus? Because I have for a human and for a hunter. I need to know what it is for a monster. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, give me a second. I need to pull up
It doesn't work on monsters unless you have a move that allows
I have
it
a
to.
move.
He has the
Okay.
move. Yeah.
Then it works the same as it does for a human, for a
Yeah.
normal person.
So she is just like, she looks at you and she goes, "He has my daddy."
Sorry, what was that?
"He has my daddy."
Oh.
Go.
Pandas? Shit.
Go detach him.
Well, then,
And
yeah,
then she leaves. And that's how I'm going to translate that. And she goes through not the hole, but the sewer to the treehouse.
Okay.
The battle is won. Hayden, you see this creature climb skywards to one of the tallest skyscrapers in this city. It is oddly enough fairly easy for you because apparently Eldritch cores generate lots of thermals to float up in that direction. You can't move as fast up as he can, but you can get up there just in time for you to see essentially the same thing that happened to Robin earlier. But this is in a giant recliner. And it's not just him that he's going there for a recharge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just him that you see in it. You see a familiar infernal fae. And you see the Lady Alifair.
Oh, damn.
And they're all in their disgusting, reflated forms. And so the Oni is reattaching very Ghost in the Shell style these tendrils to his body.
Mm-hmm.
And you start seeing like almost like a not a rapid effect, but rapid compared to normal healing. Like it still looks like it would take time, but like parts of his body deflates and then slowly begins to inflate and stitch itself back together. Yeah.
As like, okay. So, like, when they're being restitched, are they, like, conscious and stuff?
He did it himself. He put it on himself. Yeah.
I kind of want to see if I can screw with the machines.
It's not machines.
Oh, no. It's like a...
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's a living... It's just tendrils.
Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna do like a sneak. I want to see like how it's affecting specifically. What is the infernal people like? Is it gonna get worse? So on. No.
Read a bad situation for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is the roll for read a bad situation?
Sharp.
For I lose my 9
Sharp.
tab?
Yeah, sharp.
Okay. Good, Hayden. I believe. I got a 6.
Do you want to use... You're not going to have any success with that unless you want to use one of these plus ones to get a 7 and you get a single question.
Do it.
Okay. So your questions are, I'll just post them in Zoom chat real quick. Bam.
Are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
In this room specifically, or just in general?
Yep.
In this room specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You notice, like, you haven't gone inside of the room or the building. You're sort of circling outside. And what you notice is that anything that goes into these buildings will become attached to these tendrils, whether they want to or not.
All right. Nope.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, Hayden's gonna nope out of that one and just see if he can make his way back to the sewer location situation.
Yeah, for sure. You make your way back there to your friends. What are the three of you doing to recollect yourselves?
Checking the stability of the area, moving beds or whatever we need to do so none of us fall through.
You would probably need to leave the building. Yeah.
Then that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you
Probably
leave
time to
the
go.
building, and Hayden will notice when you fly back in, but it is just a ghost town.
Is there anybody else around?
That is read a bad situation.
Okay. Sure. Wow. Okay. That's a 5.
Okay. There is nobody else around, but you also notice that structurally it's not the same. It's not this little Fey town that was underneath a sewer. It's just, there are a couple of ramshackle buildings, one of them in which you came out of, and like the one building that Earl King was in that is still very cold. We'll point that out. But you don't know why, like what, it's fucking weird.
Was
But
this an illusion? Was it all an illusion?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter. And Fiona goes heading for the building where the Earl King is, or was at least.
one of either Anna or Tom can, or at this point Hayden at any point can run also read a bad situation.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and if you get a success, I'll tell you what was going on. Yeah.
Okay. Now what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a 7.
You were glamored. Those seals, that wasn't a seal. It was a glamour that she put on you.
Great. Love that. It was a trap. Lol.
It was a trap. Like,
it's a trap.
Yeah, bitch.
yeah. It, you know, and it's their
There's
fairies.
one thing I can't stand. It's traps.
Hayden, you see Fiero's heading towards these frozen solid doors. Tom and
I
Anna
know where your
to the
uncle
far.
is.
And you can see very well because you're a fucking hawk. So
I know where your uncle is.
it's the talking hawk tells you, Fiero.
Where?
I need a spirit guide.
He stops and he turns. Where is he?
Upstairs. Yeah, so turns out the good news is the madam, your uncle, and bro are on the same location. The bad news is if you touch the buildings, they will eat you.
The building will eat me, or they will eat me.
The building will eat you.
So we take down the building.
it is alive. So hypothetically, if it bleeds, you can kill it.
So let's go kill the building.
Sure, let's try.
And here I am without any dynamite.
I mean, I think I got a better plan. I think I have a plan.
What's that?
You're
Well,
listening?
all this bad shit's caused by Pan.
Mm.
So all we gotta do is take Pan out. And he's pretty much untouchable here. But on the ocean, that's where he's vulnerable. So all we have to do is trick him to go out to the pirate ship.
Just want to check in there because that's the one place that hasn't changed. And everybody that was here has told us he's in his treehouse.
Yeah. So,
Maybe he's not in his treehouse.
but like he's vulnerable in the water. In the ocean's where he's vulnerable.
How do you plan on getting someone who's vulnerable to something to said location? Like, I'm just saying.
You make him think it was his own idea to go there.
I'm going to go check this building just to make sure that Pan's not there.
Oh my God. Anna, go with him, please.
I'll go with him. I'm working on a theory.
Yeah. Y'all go to these doors that almost seem frozen solid. How are you going to open them?
Fiero?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just do it. You can just heat. You're a freaking demon.
Fiero uses scratch.
You can just heat the mechanism enough to where that it can break, and you can kick the door open.
Yep.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, not so much kick the door open. That's expending too much energy. He's just gonna, again, kind of run his foot along the bottom to melt all that ice that makes the door stick, and then just grab it and pull it open.
As the door opens, roll to act under pressure for me as an icy tendril goes to strangle you from the darkness.
Okay.
We're in another fight.
Okay, that's fine. Fine.
Are you gonna roll to protect someone, Anna?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 7.
A 7. Cool. Roll.
I'm still doing it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Thinking, calculating. Yeah, I'm just putting another lock on this.
Okay, so on a 12, both of you and the character you are protecting are unharmed and out of danger. If you are protecting a bystander, they also become your ally. Cool. So this frozen tendril just whips, and it has suction cups on it, and crashes like into the ground, and then slithers back up, and then just coming out of the darkness, that light source definitely still exists. Like, that never left. And so coming out of this darkness is essentially Earl King, like, as Doc Ock, like, moves like Doc Ock. And he has this, he has, like, these tendrils from out of his back to be 8-legged. But he also has, like, antlers protruding from him that have, like, acorns on them. And he has, like, a baboon mask that's made of skull, like, on his face. And the faking is no shit. A faking is no shit, bro. And yeah, so y'all are in a fight with this dude now.
Great.
Can I speak to him first?
No.
Damn.
You can fight him.
Okay. I'm just
You will notice that on top of his own legs, what you do see is the tendrils that are similar to the inflation ones also attached to him and into the ground. And there is this pumping sensation, like vibrating. And y'all can roll. In fact, if Hayden, if you see this, you know that this is like he's attached to self-heal. Like, you would know this from what you saw up there on that.
Sweep
on
his
that
legs.
building. Yeah. His legs aren't even touching the ground. It's just his octopi tentacles.
Sweep his tentacle legs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the sword. You have the sword. Sweep the legs.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Attack the tendrils.
Okay, go ahead and kick some ass.
Okay. Come on, Dice. Give me something right here. So that's a 10.
Nice. You, on a 10,
And he's
choose an
attacking
extra
with his
effect.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to take the advantage and get a +1 forward, and then give, or actually, I'm going to give a +1 forward to Anna.
Okay, and your sword is 2, you said,
2.
right?
Yeah.
Perfect. After you sweep the legs, he does this thing, like you sweep the tendrils that are connected to him, not his legs.
Right.
And they detach, and as soon as they detach, he does this thing called winnowing, which is essentially a face step, and just vanishes, and y'all are left with this poisonous mist and pollen, the 2 of you, because y'all are the ones that went into it. And I need y'all to roll act under pressure.
That's better. 9.
A 9? Okay.
9 for me as well.
All right. The key
I'm
does-
going to use my +1 to make it a 10.
A 10? Okay.
Yep.
So with a 10, you're able to avoid this pollen getting into your senses. Maybe, like, you burn it right off. But Anna, you inhale it and you take a harm as your eyes begin to water up and blur as you are hit with the worst allergy attack of your entire life.
You have a +1 as well from the one that he just gave you for kick some ass if you want to make that a 10.
I'm gonna say no, fuck it, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take a harm. None of this is unstabling. Actually, this one is, because you have spores inside of your pollen.
Sorry, I'm not sure if I was clear. He gave me a +1 forward. I'm using that on
Okay,
this.
you said no.
Yes.
That's why
I said no initially, and then I went back on it. I'm sorry, I didn't. Make
Never
that clear.
mind then. It still it tries. We'll frame it this way. It tries to get into your system, but fuck it. You took a fucking Benadryl before you came here, like, and your own histamines expel them.
Benadryl.
Is what
That's funny.
happens.
That's funny.
And you sneeze, and they all sort of flutter out. That being said, Tom, he has to winnow somewhere. And it's above you.
God damn it, son of a bitch.
And he is going to come.
You touched his daughter. Prepare
I
to
did
die.
no such thing.
He doesn't care because he has no control over his being. He has been a slave to Pan for a millennia at this point.
Sure.
And he crashes and just falls onto you. Just go ahead and act under pressure to see if you can get out from underneath his body.
That is... Under pressure is equal, which I have to make that one to. That's a 9.
It's a 9. All right, cool. You are able to roll out from underneath him, but you are prone.
Okay.
In doing so, like, you have to stop, duck, and roll, kind of situation. Hayden, what can you do in this moment? You see this fuck off creature just suddenly appear outside, and you're a burb. So, like,
Go for the eyes.
go for the eyes. Do it.
Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes.
Look,
Well,
I'm a
points
bird. This is what I think I
punch.
got for you.
Simple relationship, but effective.
All right. So that's a big boy. He's a magical creature, I believe, right?
Oh, definitely. He's an elf, fae,
Yeah,
creature,
go ahead.
monstrosity.
Please do better, Hayden. Hayden got a 7.
Okay, you attack him. Y'all both hurt each other. But on a 7, you and whatever you're inflicting harm on each other, the amount of harm is based on established dangers. Yeah, sure. So do you just like hawk dive this guy and rake your claws into his eyes? How much harm do you think your claws take?
I would assume they're like little knives. So
Yeah.
1 harm.
Okay.
Because a big knife is a harm.
Mhm.
So there you go.
Yeah, perfect. And he whips his head around and opens his jaws and bites you and clamps onto your body, and then you feel yourself crushing, and you go and take a harm from his teeth as he spits you out. You have a broken wing. I don't know how that translates when you become a person again, but you have a broken
I would
wing.
assume it's an arm. Because, birds have feet, right?
Yes.
Not crazy.
Yeah, it would
But
be
yeah.
an arm. Yeah. Let's go back up to Fierro and Anna. What are y'all doing? Y'all are still inside the building.
Going out after this thing.
Okay.
He's just to be clear, is he severed from his connection?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then Anna draws the probably less effective swords that she has.
Mm-hmm. Y'all charge at him together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Big
go
ol'
ahead and
you
roll
attack.
Yeah, roll some attacks for me. Roll some kick some ass.
That's my girl. 10.
Nice.
That's a fail.
And you
Oh
failed?
no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I failed big time. I rolled double ones.
Okay. How much does your sword take, by the way? How much harm is your sword?
2.
I'm talking to
and
Anna.
a sword.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Fucking where's my
Because you succeeded on yours.
Christ almighty. 2 hand. Two harm. 2 hand.
2 harm? Okay. And then on the fail, for kick some ass, what does it say when you just miss, eh? But I'm assuming you take some harm too, because if you rolled a 7,
Yeah, I would
something
take harm.
yeah.
So I don't inflict any harm, but I take harm.
Gotcha. So essentially what happens is, this is what kind of gives you taking the harm, oddly enough, is what's going to give Anna the advantage.
Yeah.
But I'm about to do something really bad.
Oh boy.
So
if anybody can soak up harm, it's Fierro, because he has 2 ways of healing.
Yep.
So
as y'all sort of come and you're swinging your sword, one of these tendrils kind of catches you by the ankle to trip you, and it lunges forward and grabs your sword arm, severing it from the elbow. But that gives, and you take that 3 harm.
okay, that's going to be turned down to 2.
2, yep. But that gives Anna, with your 10, the ability to, like, it just leaves the back of its neck, like, wide open. And
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm inflicting that extra harm as well.
Yeah,
I'm just like
and that's
going in.
what I figured. And because of that, you're able to sever its head from its body. And it does that convulsion thing. And these red glowing eyes sort of look up at you. And then just fade into dimness as it dies. Y'all are alive.
I'm rolling to heal myself.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can you grow an arm back?
What I can do is at least stabilize my injuries.
Yep. You can cauterize it, right?
It just says that you stabilize your injuries. So however we want to do that narratively.
Just cauterize with double ones, I'm so like that was bad. Like
Yeah.
literally the lowest roll you can get.
Work experience, though, eh?
Mhm.
Am I right?
Yeah, I'm up to 3 now.
Yay!
So so I rolled a 7, so I'm only gonna heal 1 harm, but my injuries are stabilized.
Yeah. That's cool, and you were able to carterize your own sword arm, and your sword is fine.
Yeah, his hand just kind of heats up and he slaps him on the end of the
You
stump.
can even carterize your own arm if you want to save it for later.
Try to get it back on there some
A little
later.
snack.
Yeah, actually I think he just kind of picks it up and
Uh-huh.
looks at it and looks at Hayden and goes, I mean, I don't know if you'll get anything from this.
Oh no, I'm gonna eat the other
Bruh.
thing instead. I'm gonna eat it. I want to eat the dead corpse. I just want to nibble it and see what happens.
What part do you want to eat?
Okay, so the eyeballs are gone, right? There's not like an open eyeball. or anything carved.
They just don't glow anymore. They're just
Oh, I want to eat one of
gelatinous
the eyes.
orbs. Yeah.
I feel like that's a very bird thing to do.
You want to eat one of the eyes?
Yeah, I want to have like a nibble and see if
Cool.
it'll kill me.
It's not gonna kill you. But just go ahead and roll just give me a roll with Crick to see how after you eat the nibble and you realize that it doesn't kill you, do you eat all of it?
Yes, I'm gonna eat the whole eyeball. I'm not gonna try to down this whole creature. That seems
Yeah, you're gonna eat the eyeball, and when you eat the eyeball, you're able to gain an ability, and you still have to roll for it. Probably like I'll give you a +1 on investigate or read a bad situation using your sight when it comes to glamour.
Okay.
Yeah. So write that down. Because now that you've eaten Fey eyes, you can see past Fey glamour. And I think with that, as y'all are all looking kind of awful, huffing and puffing and carterized and bleeding, Tom is also bleeding from his shoulder. I think we're gonna end that.
Woo.
Oof. I got three monsters down there for y'all. There's 4 more. Okay. First of all, is everyone okay?
No, yeah, I'm good.
That's not the worst one night stand
Absolutely.
Tom has had, but it's close to it.
Yeah. It's not the first time I've lost a limb in the Feywild, so
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. Let's go
If I
ahead.
had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
I
Which
think
isn't a
this is like
lot.
my 4th time that I've had a PC lose body parts in the Feywilds.
Yeah. No.
It's not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened so many times.
All right. Have y'all concluded the current mystery? I don't think so. Did you
Yes.
save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all saved Tom at least once. Y'all kind of saved
least
each
once.
other.
Yeah.
I would say y'all saved each other from certain death
Yep.
or worse.
A round of yeses.
A round of yeses for sure. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yep.
Yeah, y'all did.
I think we learned a lot of things about
Evil
this place.
trees are not cool.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Did y'all learn
Yeah.
something? Yeah? What did y'all
Yeah.
learn?
Learned that Hayden can change into multiple animals. And has a taste for eyeballs.
I learned Tom has loyalty for one.
Tom does, in fact, have boundaries.
I
There
learned
is-
that I learned that Tom is actually in love with his fiance.
What is this? Like shit on Tom Day?
Bully Tom Day. No, it is. It was.
No, I
I
mean-
planted on bullying Tom all day.
I mean, as far as Fiero is concerned, Tom's always been this kind of fly by night, flippity jibbit, playboy. But Tom actually was like, no.
Yeah.
Tom has
Tom just
standards.
says yes.
They're low, but they're there.
Right? Like I'm honestly I'm a little proud of Tom as a grunkle. I was not expecting this.
Uncle hate.
Especially when he had no phone to keep him busy.
He was like this close.
You don't need to add that part though. Just let me be proud for once, please.
And I think that's it. That's all we got for you today. Thank you everyone for coming and showing up. It was super appreciative. I had a great time beating these guys up for once and just being like, no but and yes anding y'all today. It was a good time to be violent fey creatures. Always my favorite things to be, because you never know what they're gonna fucking do. So with that, you can find us again. So next week is our finale for this game, which will probably be going an extra hour just to get everything wrapped up into a nice little bow. And on top of that, on Fridays, we have 2 episodes left of Avatar Legends. So our semi-finale is on Friday, and then our finale is next Friday. And yeah, that's kind of it. And like after those things happen, I'll be on break until January. But keep an eye out on my Discord. Follow me on whatever socials I have. Of course, Twitter, and Twitter is there for you to follow. Link to my Twitter. I've made a Hive account. I really don't like how Hive is mobile only. And there is a Plurk account, and there is a Dreamwith account. But really the best way to keep in contact with me is to follow my Discord. And inside my Discord, I might be casting for something. I don't know. We'll see what everyone looks for. What everyone looks for in the third. For my third game for the spring season. I'm gonna do 3 instead of 2 for spring. We're gonna go hard. Gotta earn that money. That being said, everyone else in that opposite direction in which we started, where can we find you? What are you doing? Kat, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kat, or at Cleric of Cord. You can find me lurking in most everybody's Discord servers. I mean, I'm still technically on Twitter at this point, but I've been hearing something about Mastodon as well, besides the Hive. So I'm going to be checking that out. Other than that, the only other streaming game I'm in is our Shadowrun game over on the Lawful Geeks channel. We are off tomorrow, and I think next week. I'll have to double check. No, next week we are playing. So come over on Lawful Good Media, or go check them out on YouTube. We've got quite a backlog over close to 2 years now worth of stuff. If you like some Shadowrun, cyber dystopian punk, and you want to see me emotionally destroyed on a weekly basis.
There you go.
And then I'll be back here tomorrow, next week, and I'll be honest, I'm really looking forward to this finale. And y'all, this lady, this Val here, man, every week she's pulling something out of her hat, and I can't wait to see what it is next week for the finale.
All kinds of crazy shit. Most of my secrets have been revealed already. It's fine. Y'all are too smart for me. I have to outsmart y'all all the time. It's hard. All right, Celeste, go ahead.
What's up, guys? I'm Celeste PLS with way too many underscores on Twitter. I'm Celeste Shepherd here on Twitch. I'm Celeste Pastor over on Hive. I'm gonna give a hearty old fuck Mastodon because they've banned some black activists for doing activism, and I'm kind of not here for that. Just FYI, in case anybody was on the fence about that.
Yeah, taking that one off the list. Then.
So, but you can find me back here next week. I don't really have a whole lot else going on right now, so I might be on a bit of a hiatus come after next week. But I am looking for more opportunities to put myself out there, and I have some announcements that I know are going to be coming up at the end of January, possibly beginning of February. So keep an eye on my socials. I'll be shouting those out as they happen. And other than that, I'm going to be at work fucking doing the grind because we need money to live, because capitalism. But yeah, I'm super excited for this finale, despite the fact that I'm gonna be a little sad to let this game go. I'm always a little sad to let a game go, but honestly, it's been really nice playing Anna again, and I really feel like I'm gonna get some closure for her. at the end of this, which is something that I've been needing for her for some time now. So I'm grateful for
I'll
the
try.
opportunity.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. All right.
Under pressure.
Absolutely no pressure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Nick.
Like, I will be happy with however this goes.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm Slipple. You can find me on Twitter at the Slipple. Yeah, what am I up to? I'm working. I'm playing Darktide. I will be playing that a lot when it gets official release. Now that my computer's fixed. Other than that, I had fun and everyone enjoys to bully Tom. And unfortunately, you only get one more episode of disparaging him. He's not like, yes, he's got big Pete Davidson fuckboy energy, but that doesn't mean he's a bad
So
guy.
big line cook, white boy line cook energy, and I was
Dirt-
like, so he's just
Dirtbag
Pete
line
Davidson.
cook
Yeah,
energy.
I was like, so you Pete Davidson like that.
Absolute dirtbag line cook energy. That's the aesthetic.
All right, and last but not least, L.
So you can find me on Twitter at L Esperanto. I'm sorry, that line cook energy thing has hit me so hard in the face that I'm too stunned to speak. This winter you will see very sporadic amounts of me, as I'm going to try my hardest to be the most adultiest adult until spring comes. And when spring comes, I might play some more games. You may never see me again. That's the magic. But yeah.
All right, cool beans. With that, we're going to raid our good friend Savage Sparrow, who a lot of us shared a table with very recently, playing some Fallout with. But it looks like Jen, I think their name's Jen, if I remember correctly, is doing a Just Chatting Kickstarter send-off party. Not sure what, but we'll ask about it when we get there. But yeah, until next time, y'all. We'll see you next week. Bye.